me it ain't nada. No weapon formed against me shall prosper, huh?
Came from rock bottom with nothing that I saw with wings. I am not stopping, I'm coming if it's more to see. Ignore the dream, now they gotta applaud the king. It's my ego trip, I'm hoping you enjoy the scenes. I'm a monster, yeah, you should be avoiding me. I'm a rebel without a cause who wanna war with me. It's a movement, remember when they said I could do it? I'm proving that you can build yourself with no blueprint. I do this, this is where pressure meets trial. Error, bonafide, fly special, look a turn. I love a box. It's a war outside, get the running if you ain't ready to die. The tone has been set, the blood has been drawn. You fight through the pain and weather the storm. Then what goes on and on. The pain that never occurred to me, so my enemies don't return to me. Cause baby, I'm feeling bulletproof.
From any battle I'm not shot. I never know when the shots fired.
You're playing fair if you plan to kill. Got me feeling like the man to steal, so I don't care if you pull a shoe.
Seconds who got it to me, it ain't nada. No weapon formed against me shall prosper, huh?
If your champagne and chandeliers, don't need it. I'm a voice for the blood, the sweat, and the tears, and the anger built over years. Let the pressure feel your succession, get aggressive, get over fears. Raise your voice up, boost your projection, gotta make them eat what they eat. Like the Tyson verse Holyfield, know the deal, cause I'm haters, not special. Got more heart than David Rockefeller, I will rock whoever. The faint of heart, never tried it on bother. Gotta be brave, you live as a slave, and you die as a martyr. Riot and race against the machine, this is total anarchy. Hear, see, and speak no evil, get a power back to the people. Yeah. It's a war outside, get the running if you ain't ready to die. The tone has been set, the blood has been drawn. You fight through the pain, the weather, the storm. It goes on and on. The pain that never occurred to me, so my enemies don't return to me. Cause baby, I'm feeling bulletproof.
Bring it home from any battle I'm not shot.
A veure com ho tenim, això. Que estem de proves. Sempre estem de proves, eh?
Championships, all my records go hard. This a champion hit. I've been working for this moment like I've been in the gym.
Molt bé, vinga. Tenim aquesta setmana.
You kicking off against me, hope you ready, get it up. I be booted up, popping out a sprinter or a truck. Whole team chasing bags while they chasing us. Calling audible, I read the game, I think it's time to switch. You get hit, if I miss, then my teammates got the blitz, yeah. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains.
Here's a list of all the players that will appear in the upcoming draft. Select a player to learn more.
Are you ready? Get ready, dog.
Select to scout this player and unlock his best skill. Use this information during the draft to make your picks. Each skill unlock will cost you scouting points. A portion of unused points will be lost each week. Unlock this player's true skill ranking to see if he is a diamond in the rough or a bust. You just found a diamond in the rough. Other teams will undervalue this player, and you may get the next Tom Brady.
El scout. Puntets per veure... tenir informació privilegiada pel draft. Bueno, estem provant joc aquest que feia temps que no provàvem. Baixar el volum, la música aquesta. Sí, ho aconseguim. Settings. Volum. Vale. Fix. A veure què passa. No sé si tirarà, Aquests dies he estat veient que estan fent una competició de Madden. De fet, aquesta matinada crec que són les semifinals. I amb ganes de joc, tenim processador nou i volíem provar què tal els directes. Això fem l'entrenament de la setmana.
Guys, we all watched the film from yesterday, and I hope everyone knows it wasn't good enough. Today's practice has got to be great. You want to win a ball game, take advantage of your practice reps, because Sunday's going to be here before you know it.
A veure, drive basics. The drive concept is a progression read concept. Features a primary receiver running a drive, another receiver running a tick route in the same direction. És a dir, tenim el principal, que és aquest vermell que veiem, que fa un més profund del 2, amb la mateixa direcció. Primary receiver red route, vale, l'hem encertat. drive route will be your first look on the play. El primer que farà el quarterback és fixar-se amb el primer receptor. Si està obert, és a dir, que està lliure de marca, the best time to throw will be as soon as he crosses the other side of the center. El millor moment per passar-li és un cop ha creuat al mig del camp, passat a l'altra banda. The primary receiver running the route will be... El que hem de fer és intentar això. Receptor número 1. Fàcil, No! M'he equivocat. Vale, diu, if the drive route is covered, està cobert a la ruta receptor 1, then look to throw to the tight end. Tight end no és un receptor, és un receptor que és una mica més corpulent. Running the dig route. La ruta... Ara diu que li passi. És el que he fet abans sense voler. Facile, facile. Both the drive and the dig are covered. Dos estan coberts. Then look to throw to check down the running back. Si els dos estan coberts, has d'intentar passar-li al running back. Aquest que veiem amb la línia groga. Facile. 5 de 6. Vinga, anem a practicar defensa. Ah, no. Bueno, ara diu que practiquem aquest concepte. Partidillo d'aquest entrenament. A veure...
This one is for goal.
S'ha d'anar cap a gol. A veure...
All right. Small steps in the right direction. That's what we've been talking about. And you know what? Today you took a lot of those small steps. I'm proud of you. Keep it up.
Van prou bé, les animacions i tot. Entrenament de defensa. Cover 2. És una defensa en zona. 5 defensors. Pensa en zona. Els safeties. Els safeties serien aquests dos de blau més fort. Després tenim cornerback i el Wagner, que és el backer. Stick concept, the innermost receiver runs the stick route. Receiver outside runs a flat quick out. Ell i el la jugada que fan ells. De cobrir. Estigui fent la recepció. Aquest pel link sortirà. Bueno. Bé. Ah, però és que he de cobrir ell. Ha passat, el tio. Vale, Mills Concept. Un receptor intern. Outside. Deep post. Això. Va Xile. Ens ha costat més, eh? Intentar que no... Ara ens fan tots. Ui, bé. Mare meva. Dale, la defensa. Quasi la robem, eh? Olines. Tal. Això de la defensa no se'm dona bé. Vale. Ahora si no passen. Hombre. ¡Oh! Casi, casi. Sí. Que no passen. Uy. Bé. Bona defensa. Hem salvat els mobles, I vinga, anem cap a fer un partidet. Ja, els jugadors. Upgrade players. Tenim gaires esperances. Estic la temporada que ve. Però bueno. Bé. A fer el partidillo. Els New Orleans Saints. Sobre el paper, més bons que nosaltres. Seves estrelles, el receptor Michael Thomas, quarterback Drew Brees, un veterà, ready. Va, dius. El receptor i el nostre. Vinga, comença.
I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Ahead, we'll see the NFL's all-time passing leader, Drew Brees, and the New Orleans Saints as they square off with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, there are a few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect clear afternoon. Heck, you can see all the way to Mount Rainier in the distance here at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
dels nostres millors receptors. Passat vas fer...
Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway.
Una gran temporada.
This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Seahawks offense led out by number 3, Russell Wilson, the franchise's all-time leader in touchdown passes.
I el millor quarterback.
They finished above 500 in all 7 of Wilson's seasons, but this year a little different. They'll work with a very young receiving core, no Doug Baldwin anymore, in what promises to be a tough NFC West.
Molt bé. Bueno, provarem a veure què tal.
This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage.
Bueno, ens han parat bé,
It'll be a loss of the yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
3rd play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. To throw is Wilson. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
So when you saw him dump it off to the back, did you think he was going to pick up the first down there?
Well, I knew one thing. It wasn't his primary target. At least it didn't look like it. Turned out to be the play.
A veure, que ara no s'ho esperaran.
Because it's the opening drive. So converting that 3rd down, keeping the play, not the play, the drive going.
Yeah, it certainly appeared like his downfield targets were covered. He threw a little dump off to his back, and nice effort picking up the first down, though. And you're right. That opening drive, keep those chains moving.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And his throw is incomplete. The tight end, Ed Dixon, with the target. 3rd down here. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. They've been pretty solid against the pass, toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Wilson will throw again. Completes it to Dixon. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Embe.
Drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice
Wow.
of the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Is down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Ha funcionat, eh?
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once
Va,
again,
anem a assegurar el down.
formation, showing the shotgun, then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And Dixon has it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Pretty darn good, as you see right there on your screen.
Altres recepcions ja, eh?
Darn good. 2 touchdowns, right? And the ability to be in sync with each other, right? To understand that he's going to be where the quarterback expects him to be when the ball is thrown.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And
Entrat o no?
gain that time as they're able to get him down. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Jo diria que havia entrat, això.
They'll try to run with Carson, and he will not be denied. Into the end zone, touchdown Seahawks.
Touchdown.
Touchdown of the season, and the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago, so how do they come out this week? Same way. They got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before.
Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And he gets in.
2 punts.
Expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
All right, we're talking new football here. We're talking new models, new paradigms, new ways of looking at things. They score.
Mira que el tio aquest és grossot,
Fake it and go up 8-0. I'm kind of at a
Ho ha fet
loss
prou
here
bé.
because if I'm going to go for 2, I'm going to ask him to put the ball in the 2-yard line and bring my offense.
Aviam si puc baixar el volum. Radio speakers.
Exactly. Opening drive of the game.
Ara sí, sí.
Bold enough from the 15. That's quite another thing.
Vinga, va.
I know a lot of people fall back on
Allunyem.
analytics, but still, I think that person will tell you, put your offense in and go from the 2, not from the 15.
Still got it, though.
Yes, they did. Give them credit.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Seran a la yarda 25, ells.
Head coach Sean Payton. They'll be led out by the first pick of
És
the
el seu
second
primer
round
atac.
back in 2001.
A veure
And
què
that's the
tal.
veteran Drew Brees.
Quarterback aquest és bastant bo.
He's already off to a pretty nice start. NFC Offensive Player of the Week in last week's game.
Yeah, week 2 he was electric. See what week 3 has in store.
Començarem pressionant.
He's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Pot ser això.
That one good for 33 and a first. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys, good. Backside guys,
Man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And Kamara
Sí.
has it stripped. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
Eh.
The 20, 10, 5, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. The big boy earning his lunch. That's what you call rumbling with the ball, Charles.
Big man with football. He wasn't just earning lunch, Brandon. He was earning dinner. He was
Midnight snack.
everything that you could possibly do. He did it on that play to pick up the ball and go.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Alvin Alvin Kamara and the Saints set to start their next drive. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players.
Ahora.
I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you get a talented back, give it back to him.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
Flowers.
Good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA
Primer
Sports.
quart.
Ready? Yellow lady, yellow lady. What we got? What we got? What we got?
On 2nd and 11 now. Breeze and brought in by the tight end Cook. And he'll be taken down.
Quarterback aquest és bo.
Working across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know they're going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run. As they
Una nava.
the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
95-56, 95-56. Ricky.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now Breeze.
Oh.
This is going to be incomplete.
Bones, Damien. Què tal, com va això? Aquí jugant una mica al Madden. El teníem una mica oblidat. Vale. Han d'allunyar i atacarem nosaltres. Pinta bé, pinta bé.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Tirem de la 25.
Thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into
Xut
the
que
end
ha
zone
fotut
the way
el
it was
tir.
angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
De la 25. Hi ha on ha sortit la bola. Ai, tria malament la...
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he'll get this only
Molt a
up to
prop,
about the 3-yard line. Tackled there by Alex Anzalone. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a give, right side. Carson. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down.
Hem sortit de la zona perillosa.
Maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run.
Seguirem.
So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. Here's Carson. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than
Què ha
that.
passat aquí?
No, not at all. In
Equivocat
fact,
de
I'd
cantó,
say that
crec.
his defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Here's McKissick. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go. On third down, Wilson completes it to Dixon. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
50 yardes.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do
Ja som-hi.
don't they? What do the guys
Una
love
fotre...
about it?
Oh,
They set it with a
2-minute warning.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast
Són
as
els
he
2
used to.
minuts abans de la mitja part.
Even that little
Fan
gentle push off in order to get open. He finds a way to pick up
temps
the
mort.
first down.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join
A veure si surt bé això.
the coach, Jonathan Coachman,
What?
standing by in Orlando. Here on stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today. We get slap happy up here sometimes. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that. That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball
Bona aquesta.
he's got to find a way to get his head around to make the play on the football.
Quasi.
Gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. Now Wilson, it's caught right side, Dixon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to
Bueno,
go on
tenim...
third down.
No, estem a tercer down.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They run it with Carson. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the
Últim
wrong
intent.
direction.
O tiro 3 punts o m'arrisco.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you back over to
Mitja part.
Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report. Here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports
Pallissote,
halftime report.
Part de...
Time for a look around the NFL here in week 3 of the new
Acompanyar els
year.
partits.
We'll begin out at State Farm Field.
L'Arizona
Carolina
Cardinals són
matching up with Arizona. And it's the
la
Panthers
nostra
who are out
divisió,
in front.
el qual va bé que perdi.
DJ Moore, a touchdown reception. From there, let's head a little further west to Carson to see what's happening with the LA Chargers. And they've got the lead over the visiting Houston Texans. Melvin Gordon, over 100 yards on the afternoon thus far with a touchdown run as well. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And in that one is the visiting Giants who have the lead. The Giants locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. In our game has been Russell Wilson, who was dynamic, as usual, in that first half. His guys have the lead, as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome
Vinga,
everyone
som-hi.
back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one
des de 25.
for a touchback. A reminder, coming up later tonight, a lot of buzz about this game. The Browns, they've been doing some travel.
Serem molt agressius, que abans ho hem sigut i ens han sorprès. Sí. Pilota recuperada. Segona pilota recuperada.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
First play of the drive, excellent run, just sets up wash, rinse, repeat, another first down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that'll be caught by the tight end. It's Ed Dixon with a Seahawk touchdown. Ed Dixon.
Touchdown.
Touchdown now on the year. And the
Seu fàcil
Seahawks
aquest,
capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point
El baile de
play
San
instead
Vito
of
en
kicking
aquel.
it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Well, come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs.
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic. Faking it. I can understand you want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to
grandmother did the
preserve.
same. It smelled
You had to say it
terrible.
too.
The Saints coming out now to take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly
You
right.
like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like.
Into double coverage,
Hey.
intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it. And his guys are going to take
Intercepción.
over at their own 48-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of the team that has it figured out in this ball game. And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made, hasn't slowed them, hasn't phased them at all. They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, it's Carson. And he's going to have the first
Vale,
down
primer
at
down.
the 38. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run with McKissick. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. 2nd down now.
Bé, ja veuràs tu.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They still can't get it. There he goes inside the 30. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 17-yard line.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. Here's Wilson. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion. And that makes this 2nd and 9. Here's Wilson to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101.
Complete.
Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Aquí.
Wilson to throw on third down. And he's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His second touchdown on the season.
Seu segon touchdown,
Able to stretch that lead out a bit
Rookie.
further.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough, otherwise they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27.
0-27. Pallissot. Pallissot. Pallissot.
Culminates with a Seattle score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can
Sempre que els hi fotem
against
blitz.
all odds that maybe can ignite things, and I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They
Reto.
probably need to do it.
Res de
Find
blitz amb aquest tio.
someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
Començaran a jugar els tios aquests o què?
When you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. To throw is Breeze. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds. And now fourth down.
Sometimes it's just not your day.
Es queda?
There's
Sí.
another failure right there on third
Ho
down.
intenten.
On fourth
Ah, no.
down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So a special teams mistake on the field goal try leads to a new set of downs inside the red zone. Throwing now is Breeze. And this is Cook with a grab. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Breeze now to throw. That's caught. It's Thomas.
Joder, amb el Thomas aquest.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready? 5-9. Before Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's go.
They'll run it with Kamara, and he'll get blown up behind the line of
Sí.
scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd
Answer.
down.
Ansa.
This defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive, because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart about it as well, because one mistake can turn into 6 points.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Bueno,
Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for
If
darn
I-
sure.
if I-
But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A very rare kickoff return.
Griffin.
Onside kick as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. The extra point now coming from Myers. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. They've got this big lead. They said, forget 1, we want 2. Instead, they got 0.
Unbelievable they didn't even attempt it from the 15-yard line. What are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead, especially from the 15-yard line, oh, boy. I tell you what, meeting them again somewhere down the line, they'll remember this. Yeah, they'll think that they were trying to clown them a little bit.
Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here, and they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he finds Cook. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
54. Here we go. Here we go.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Molt bé,
With a sack,
Ansa.
it's Ziggy Ansa.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. To throw, it's Breeze. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And brought down, but
Two-minute
not before
warning.
they're inside the 25. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Está
So it's
lesionado.
Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st down, Breeze. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Now Breeze gets it to Meredith, complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a 1st down.
Ready? We ready? Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Now Breeze again.
Watch it for. Watch it for.
And taken down. A sack back at the
Watch it
7.
for.
Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Now Breeze.
Oh.
It's caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field.
And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. And Dixon over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across.
Venga. No ha acabat aquí.
Good pickup there, 26 yards.
Check.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown.
Spencer Nuggets marcant-nos
Now
aquí
it's
un
looking
touchdown.
incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident.
Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. This is caught. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, it's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
One final try here for Breeze. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
Se finito.
So victory here for Seattle. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Seahawks, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Sí que ha pujat 66. Coach, have put it. World is here. Starting to see the road. I appreciate it. Tasa'l aquí. Ara progressa més. Nice win, Coach Jordan. His best to shut us down. It wasn't enough. La setmana serà contra els Cardinals. Tres partits guanyats. Rams i 49ers, els Cardinals. Saltem a la següent setmana, aviam què diu això i per avui. Let me. A veure què farà. Ara li ha pujat, després ja veurem què farem. Ah, jugadors que volen negociar. Hòstia. Rit. Se li ha de donar. Lança, hombre. És que ha fotut. Estem als Scouts. All round. Bé, doncs ho deixarem aquí. provat que això tira millor. Processador no. Fins aquí